Here's a tip of the week. Have you ever been humiliated publicly? It's an ouch. It really, really hurts. Um, Imagine a student at school that gets a verbal or physical beating from a bully, a woman that gets ridiculed by her husband making a joke about marriage sucks, a man that gets put down by his boss in a meeting, a child that gets scolded in public by his parents, any of those. A student that gets laughed at in school by their teacher. Everyone can recall a moment when they felt belittled, humiliated, shamed, put down by someone in private or in front of others. It produces a lot of extreme emotions such as shame, sadness, powerlessness, disgust, anxiety, and more than any other, rage. These emotions lead to the person wanting and needing to isolate, they want to hide, at times retaliate, or revenge. Generalized thoughts such as, not fair, how dare you, what's wrong with me, the world is not safe, I will get back at you, I'm not important, um, I'm no good, people are bad, can't be trusted, or this always happens to me. Any of those or similar to those can flood our consciousness. Humiliation is stated as the abasement of pride, which creates mortification or leads to a state of being humble or reduced to lowliness or submission. You feel low. It is an emotion felt by a person whose social status, either by force or willingly, has just decreased. To humiliate someone is stated as making someone feel ashamed and foolish by injuring their dignity and self-respect, especially publicly. In most cases, it appears that someone is doing a deliberate act. However, many times it's not even deliberate and could be a superior stance, an up to down position, while rejecting an idea, a behavior, or a person. In couples, their microaggression shows up as sarcastic remarks in a safe family setting where they feel safe to share their anger. However, its impact is humiliating their spouse publicly, which in most cases, the favor will be reciprocated by the belittled spouse. What can we do since we all experience it once in a while? How you can handle the situation. First of all, think about it. You're not alone. Almost everyone has had a similar experience one way or another. If you know of people who have had similar experiences, share your upset. It's a common experience, and you can see what other people have worked in healing themselves in a sense. It may not be personal. The person who usually belittles people does it to most people around them. It's either a part of their character, a strategy they use to gain control, or they're so self-centered that they're oblivious to the impact of their behavior. And I've met all sorts. Yes, this time was you. It's not about you, it's about them. But yes, you were impacted by it. It's a different feel when you think about it that, oh, that person did it to me, so therefore it's my issue, versus they are that way. And yes, it became my issue, and I can take care of myself in any format that I can. Assess to see if you need to handle the matter or move on from it. If the relationship or the circumstance is a way that you may not avoid it and must continue seeing that person as a spouse, a member of a family, at work, at school, you may need to assess mechanisms of it to address this matter to prevent it from happening again. However, if it's a situation that you no longer need to be with, a friends group, a hobby group, you're at a store and somebody talks that way, you're driving and somebody does that, you may choose to just be out and move on and don't bother yourself with getting into a fight or a war with that person. See what you'll learn from this experience. This is how you put yourself in this situation. You may have observed this person behaving this way toward others, and you thought, never happened to me. I'm special. And observe where you did not set boundaries for the people who are around you so that this might happen. Or that when it happened once, can you set a boundary for the next time? Reconsider revenge. It's best to act according to your highest value rather than strike back with from vengeance. You may want to stop the drama versus igniting more and more for the future. Remember, you get into the mud, you're going to get muddy. If something that you enjoy, it's up to you to choose. But usually, with a person who has belittled you, if they did it on purpose, they're going to play that game. So you're just putting yourself in a war that even if you win, you wasted a lot of the time proving to someone something that necessarily doesn't matter to them. If it was just a matter of setting a boundary, you could probably set a boundary in so many other ways versus revenge. And don't waste your time on it, and your energy, and your anger, and your peace. Isolation may support you only in the short term. Many people tend to want to hide and isolate for a short period of time. Removing yourself from what is happening is a great idea because it minimizes repeated hurtful conversation. However, be cautious of long-term isolative behavior because it can lead to depression. Also be cautious that if you are isolating yourself, it is only supposed to be a break. And within that time is for you to calm yourself down and heal yourself versus go into isolation and brew rage and hatred and anger because that's just going to hurt your body and your psyche. Move on with what you love. Staying and rehashing the same scenario only fuels your emotions. You can keep rehashing it with other friends and gossip and do all of that, but all that it's doing is brewing negativity in your rage, and you're going to get sick. Leave it alone. Assess what you need to do with the scenario and move on to projects you love, people who love you, people you love, and the ones who cherish you, and just heal yourself. We all survive humiliation. It makes us stronger and more resilient. It makes us humble, and it teaches a lesson to protect ourselves from people who may be toxic. Mark Twain said, it's best keep away from people who try to belittle your ambition. Small people always do that, but the really great ones make you feel that you too can become great. For more observational and integrational skills to set intentional goals, intentional boundaries, and intentional healing for yourself, go to my book, Life Reset, the Awareness Integration Path to Create the Life You Want. Thank you.